Okay, you guys asked me for a series on the lessons that my dad taught me about dating, so here we go. So in part two, I'm going to give you a lesson that my mom actually taught me by way of her father, my grandfather. And excuse my sweat, I'm still trying to work out some hormonal issues from my last baby. If you want to follow my weight loss and my hormonal journey, let me know in the comments and I'll make a playlist about that too. So I was about 17 years old and I was dating a guy who went to my church at the time. At this point, we had been dating, I guess, probably about a year. For reference, he took me to my junior and my senior prom. So this was nobody new. I knew his parents, their parents knew my parents, all that good stuff. Well, one day I was going to my car. My mom caught me and she was outside, I think, like planting some flowers or something. And as I was getting into my car, my mom asked me where I was going. And I told her that I was going to my boyfriend's house. And my mama was like, hell no, you're not going to your boyfriend's house. And at this point, I'm confused because not only had I, been to his house and met his family, and he's been to my house and all that good stuff. We've been on dates. We go to church together. So I'm like, what do you mean, hell no, I'm not going to his house? And my mom told me, I'll be damned if you get in your car that you put your gas in that me and your dad provided to you to get up and go to this man's house. Basically, she said, and I'm going to give you the PG rated version. She said, if a man wants to see you, a man will make a way. And she told me that if he wanted to see me, he'd come over like he normally does and he can pick me up and then we can go from there. You see, her father had taught her that lesson because when she was in college, when she would come home, she was one of the only people that had access to her own car. And one day she was going to go pick up a guy friend, somebody that she was dating at the time, to go to the movies because he didn't have a vehicle. And not only did my grandfather tell my mother that under no circumstances were she allowed to take his car that he provided for her to go pick up a man to go on a date, he also told her that she wasn't going to the movies that night, period. So that lesson stuck with her and she was able to give it to me. So I always say that a Dusty's worst nightmare is a woman that had a great father, because they definitely taught us to not put ourselves in situations that would cause us to be at the short end of the stick. Now, yes, I got a lot of lessons from my father, my grandfather, and a lot of other men that were important figures in my life. However, a lot of these lessons I also had to learn on my own through experience. Let me know in the comments if you want a part 3.